So what does friends with benefits mean? The term friends with benefits typically refers to a casual relationship between two people who engage in sexual activity without any expectation, of a romantic commitment or exclusivity. Essentially, they're friends who also engage in sexual activity on occasion without romantic feelings. The arrangement is typically agreed on by both parties and can vary in terms of frequency and level of emotional involvement. Are you looking to be friends with benefits with a woman? Then this video is for you. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Jessica. This is my YouTube channel. You're welcome. So how can you get her to agree to be friends with benefits? This video will highlight 3 things. 1, rules you need to establish if you're going to enter a friends with benefits relationship. Number 2, understanding what it means for women to enter such a relationship. And of course, number 3, how to get her to actually agree to such an arrangement. Let's jump right in. So there are 4 rules you need to establish if you're going to enter a friends with benefits relationship with a woman. Number 1 is to always make sure that you're being clear and you're being honest. If you're interested in a friends with benefits relationship, it's important to communicate this clearly and honestly with a girl that you're interested in. Be upfront about your intentions and what you're looking for, and ask if she's interested in the same type of arrangement. Being honest from the get-go will save you a lot of time and so much more. The mistake a lot of men often make is to give women the impression that they're forming this friendship or relationship because they want more than just something casual. A lot of women who've experienced a dishonest man in this instance become very angry, very bitter, very resentful, and even feel betrayed. Never let this woman feel scorned. It never ends well. Rule number 2 is to always respect boundaries. So if the woman you're interested in is not interested in a friends with benefits relationship, it's important to respect her boundaries and not pressure her into anything that she's not comfortable with, obviously. And even if she agrees to start this kind of relationship, remember that there'll always be rules of engagement. The fact that she's agreed to friends with benefits doesn't mean that she'll be at your every beck and call. As with regular relationships, communication is key when it comes to friends with benefits. Be sure to discuss expectations, boundaries, and any other concerns that you may have to ensure that both partners are on the same page. If you get an early buy-in from the girl, you have a higher chance of succeeding in this kind of arrangement, and it typically lasts longer than most. Rule number 3 is to offer no emotional support. It might sound harsh, but this rule is so important because the minute you start to mix emotions with the transactional nature of friends with benefits, there's a high possibility that she'll develop feelings and complicate the relationship. Now, if you find things getting emotional from time to time, you'll have to remind her of the nature of the relationship, right? The other trick is to make sure that you stay consistent and resolute in this rule. You can't afford to offer her emotional support on some days and not on others. If you're not able to stick to your guns, you'll be sending a lot of mixed messages, and that's where the confusion will start. Even though there are still no guarantees that she won't fall for you, you can expect that she doesn't blame you if she starts to catch feelings. Rule number 4 is to focus on mutual pleasure and satisfaction. So a friends with benefits relationship, you see, should be mutually satisfying for both partners. Be sure to prioritize her pleasure and satisfaction as well as your own. Each encounter must never make her feel like she got the short end of the stick, like she didn't gain anything. She must leave the encounter feeling refreshed, satisfied, and happy. That's the only way she will allow you to keep coming back for more. There's no room for selfishness in this kind of relationship, so keep that in mind. To get a woman to agree to be your friends with benefits, you need to understand what it really means for most women to be involved in this kind of engagement. So let's think through a few things. The first one is social stigma. Friends with benefit relationships are not always viewed positively by society, and there may be a lot of social stigma or judgment attached to it. There are societal expectations and double standards that women may face when it comes to casual sex. Women may be judged more harshly or labeled with derogatory terms for engaging in casual sex, which can make them feel uncomfortable with the idea and can also lead to discomfort or feelings of shame. So remember that. Number 2 is jealousy. Now, even if both partners are aware that they're not in an exclusive relationship, jealousy can still arise if one partner perceives the other as being emotionally or physically involved with someone else. Number 3 is the fear of being used. And you see, this fear is actually really legitimate. Some women may worry that their partner or the guy they're about to engage with only wants to be friends with benefits because they're looking for a casual sexual relationship without any emotional commitment or investment. They have misaligned expectations, you understand? A lot of women and even men sometimes agree to friends with benefit relationships with a hope and expectation that it will flourish into something more meaningful. This would be different. You'll be able to convince them to give you something more. If she's looking for a more committed relationship and you're only interested in casual sex, it can lead to hurt feelings, it can lead to misunderstandings, and so much more. Number 4, personal values and beliefs. So some women may have personal values or beliefs that make them uncomfortable, generally, with the idea of casual sex or being friends with benefits. Depending on which part of the world she's from, this kind of relationship is completely blacklisted and a no-go area for many women. Most women believe that such arrangements only end up with one person losing out, and that would be her. So now that we've outlined the rules you should establish if you're going to enter a friends with benefits relationship with a woman, and the things that go on in the psyche of a woman considering this kind of relationship with you, I think it's time to answer the basic question. How then will you get her to agree to sign up for something like this? There are a few things to consider. Number 1, establish that this is actually something that she also wants, right? Establish that she wants the same thing. People who have been successful with pulling off a friends with benefits relationship have been clear with their communication from the start. Through actions and words and deeds, you should be able to quickly establish if that is the kind of relationship she's looking for. If you notice any hints that she may want more than you're willing to offer, do not proceed. I repeat, do not proceed. Number 2, offer full disclosure. Share all the rules I listed earlier in this video with her. Make her understand exactly what you expect. If she's fine with the arrangements, you will have fewer misunderstandings going forward. Number 3, you need to be discreet. Very important. You must prove to her that you're capable of keeping things to yourself, right? If she can't trust you, there's nothing happening here. Simple ways to stay discreet include A, keeping communication private. It's important to keep the details of your friends with benefits relationship between you and your partner private. Avoid sharing intimate details or conversations with others. It can be tempting, especially when it's really good, right? But if it's going to compromise her privacy, she'll not want to do that. B, be mindful of public displays of affection. Now, while physical intimacy is a part of your relationship, it's important to be mindful of where and when you guys engage in physical contact. Avoid overly intimate or sexual behavior in public or around others who may not be comfortable with it. C is to respect each other's boundaries. If she's expressed the need for privacy or discretion, it's important to respect her boundaries and not share details or information about your relationship without her permission. Guys, it's important because a lot of guys tend to talk a lot to their friends, especially when they're happy and they're nailing some chick. Take note. D, keep it casual. A friends with benefits relationship is intended to be casual and non-committal. So it's important to avoid becoming too emotionally attached or involved. This can help keep the relationship discreet and maintain boundaries. And finally, you have to be aware of social media. Social media can be a tricky area when it comes to this kind of relationship. So it's important to be aware of what you post online and to avoid posting anything that could compromise your partner's privacy or reveal details about your relationship, right? The fourth and final way to get her to agree is to prioritize sexual health and safety. Discuss your sexual history and STI testing if you've had it, and agree to use protection during sexual encounters. If she feels you're someone who prioritizes your health, she'll be more likely to agree to such an arrangement. Trust me, no woman would like to be with you if she feels like you're sleeping around with multiple women unprotected. It's important that you remain truthful in your dealings with her. In conclusion, guys, it's important to really have an open mind and honest conversation with your potential friends with benefits partner to make sure that you're both on the same page and have clear expectations of the relationship, right? Additionally, it's essential to respect each other's boundaries and be prepared to adjust the relationship if necessary if one of you develops feelings or changes your mind about the arrangement. It's not appropriate to pressure or to manipulate someone into agreeing to be friends with benefits, right? Instead, open and honest communication is key to exploring the possibility of such a relationship with someone. So take note. I hope that you find this video helpful. If it was, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more of such content, and I will definitely catch you in the next video. My name is Jessica. Cheers.